how to use vaccination tab. Vaccination tab is especially for pediatrician and veterinary doctor. The only difference between pediatrician and veterinary is that for pediatricians, two tabs will be available: vaccination and growth chart, because it is for kids, for human beings. For veterinary, just vaccination tab will be available. Functionality will be same, but generally pets doesn't have any growth chart like human, so there is no growth chart tab for the veterinary doctors. So we'll see both the tab one by one. So let's start with the vaccination tab. First thing is we need to add a patient. So let's suppose my patient is male test. This patient is not having any date of birth. For us, date of birth is very important because for vaccinations, a predefined list of vaccinations comes up. Like suppose a kid was born 5 days ago. So according to World Health Organization, a complete chart of vaccination gets populated for the kid. Like at the time of birth, some vaccination has to be given. After 1 week, some other vaccination has to be given. So once we get the date of birth of the kid, we can generate the complete vaccination chart for that kid. Like suppose this kid was born 5 days ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 17th September. Is a male, because male we need to select the gender is important because growth chart that we are going to see next is different for male and female. So this patient is male. Done. Now you can see a vaccination chart has got populated by itself. Kid was born on 17th, so these 4 vaccination needs to be given at the time of birth. Now on 29th October, these vaccinations needs to be given. On 26th, these vaccination needs to be given. On 16th, this vaccination needs to be given. 24th, these 4 needs to be given. 4th March, 28th June. So we can see till the 15th September 2026, some vaccinations have to be given. Like till 10, kid is 10 years old, till that time vaccinations need to be given to the kid. And the problem with the parents is sometimes they forget, like they may not remember after 10 years that they have to give HPV vaccination to their kid. So for that we have a solution. Here is vaccination notification. Right now it is off, but what happens when we click it, SMS and email will be sent to patient once activated. You can see the message down. So once we activate a vaccination reminder, automatically on the respective date, like on 29th October itself in morning, patient will get a message that your kid vaccination is rotavirus, IPV, HIV, HTWP, these all are pending. So visit Dr. ZZZZ clinic and get your kid vaccinated. So that helps in better communication between doctor and the patient. So once it is on, all the time parents will get SMS on their cell phone that this vaccination is pending, that vaccination is pending. Okay, now suppose the kid was born in the doctor's clinic, and on 17th kid got these vaccinations, this and this. So how do I update this information that these vaccinations have been given? For that we have an option as completed. If I click completed, it means want to mark vaccination as complete. Yes, these 4 vaccinations has been given. On which date? 22nd September by doctor. So we can mark a vaccination as complete. Now suppose doctor says that okay, this vaccination Hep B2, I don't want to give it because this is not required. So in that case we can delete a vaccination also. Want to remove vaccination from the list? Yes. Again there is an option called instant SMS and email. Suppose I want to send vaccination reminder for 29th October right now. I don't trust that my patient is going to see directly on 29th. Beforehand, I want to take some precaution. I want to send SMS to my patient right now saying that these vaccinations are pending on 29th October. So I will press instant SMS and email. Reminder will be sent for filing vaccinations: rotavirus, IPV1, HIB1, WP3. This is yes. So once we click, reminder will be sent to the patient for these vaccinations. Next is today's SMS and email. If we click here, we will come to know that which all vaccinations are pending on 22nd October. We can see that none of the vaccination is pending on 22nd October, on 29th October. So let's suppose I'm changing this vaccination as 22nd October, September. 22nd, no, I'm changing it to 22nd September, like today's date. Now when I click on this today SMS and email, I will see the rotavirus, this vaccination name as today's due. If I say press yes, patient will get a reminder for SMS for rotavirus vaccination due for today. So these are for instant messaging, like I'm sitting in clinic and then I suddenly decide that, oh, I want to send SMS to patient for these vaccinations, these things. So doctor will have all kind of flexibility. Now let's suppose that there is in this list a particular vaccination is pending for the is not available. So doctor wants to add a new vaccination, he can easily do it. Suppose the vaccination name is tuberculosis stage 2 vaccine. It's some new vaccine. Just doctor has to write that name, which date it is pending, and add. Okay. So that vaccination TB stage 2 vaccine has been added. So that is the use of new vaccination. Now suppose I want to find all the vaccination between particular period of time. I want to see all the vaccinations between 22nd September to 22nd October. Apply. These two vaccinations are pending between 22nd September to 22nd October. So this is the date filter in the left hand corner, which I can always use to filter the vaccinations. Okay, I'm switching off this vaccination notification. We don't need it right now. Now let's go to growth chart. Growth chart. Okay, for growth chart the main thing is we have three growth chart. One is for height, another is for weight, and third is for head circumference. So head circumference is for small kids, like till 5 years of age, or no, till 2 years of age, and after that BMI is calculated for the kid. So in this case, if you want to generate the growth chart, we can see that there is no growth chart. It is so because there is no data in this for generating the growth chart. So I will click for this patient, I will click on add data. Age of kid is 5 days. I will mention height as 35 centimeter, weight as 8 kgs, head circumference as 23 centimeter. I will click on the add. Okay, now we can see this graph has been generated. Height is 35, this because it's a height versus age graph. Weight versus age graph, and then head circumference versus age graph. These three graphs have been generated. These graphs are used by the pediatricians. They use it for monitoring the growth of the kid. Doctor can take out the printout of this vaccination, these charts, whenever they want. And like suppose doctor wants to just take printout of the height versus age graph, he can do it. Look, the rest two graph is gone. Now doctor wants printout of weight, height versus age and weight versus age. He can just check the box here. If doctor wants print out of all these three graphs, he can check here and take out the printout. So whenever like doctor wants to add data to this graph, you just need to click on the add data, fill the data and click on this plus button. So in this video we discussed about the vaccination, how to generate this vaccination chart for the kid just by adding the date of birth, and second is growth chart. Growth chart is just adding the data of the kid. We can generate the growth chart and we can take out the printout of that growth chart. That is all for the pediatrician module. Thank you.